today's video, we are going to talk about the ICC. They have issued an arrest warrant for Benjamin Netanyahu and his former defense minister, Yoav Gallant. And we're going to take a look at what's going on around the Middle East and also between Ukraine and Russia as we move closer and closer to World War III. There's been some escalations. President Biden of the US is talking about giving nuclear weapons to the Ukraine. That could be a very big problem. We're going to talk about that, so you'll have to stick around, and I am going to make a prediction on who will be the first country to drop a nuke. So that is something you'll have to stick around for. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. We need to help out the algorithm to get the news out. Yeah, we have heard that the ICC, the International Criminal Court, they have given an arrest warrant to Benjamin Nuttyhead for all his crimes that he is committing, and also to his defense minister, his former defense minister. We have a video about why he's a former defense minister, so I would suggest you go and watch that. There is a new yes man now. Bibi Nuttyhead and Yoav Gallant, they have arrest warrants, and also one of the commanders from the H group of Gaza, who is now dead, apparently. So I guess they can't arrest him. They can arrest these two nutty heads if they go out of the Z state and they go into a country that is the signature of the ICC. And that would require that country, obviously, to arrest him. And some of them may not. Most of them who are part of the ICC, they are saying that they will do it. Even Canada and the UK, they are saying they will do it. France and some of the other ones, the Netherlands, Italy, a bit of a surprise, but it is the politically correct thing for them to say to prevent their populations from protesting and rioting as they are thinking about making World War III. We will get to that in a moment, but the likelihood that the Nuttyhead or his former partner in crime will be arrested is slim to zero, and in the United States, they are not even a signature of the ICC. They have called it a kangaroo court. And, of course, the Biden administration, along with the Z state, they are playing the victim card. Yeah, Biden should be next on the ICC list. He is a war criminal, too, trying to start wars all over the place, but he never will be. So should be Anthony Blinken and many other politicians. It seems like we have a U.S. senator who has invoked the Hague Act, the Hague Invasion Act. This was passed by Congress and George W. Bush 20 years ago, back when they started bombing the Middle East. They started with Iraq and Afghanistan. U.S. is not even a part of the ICC, but they said if any of their soldiers or anybody of their politicians or their allies were arrested by the ICC, then they could invade the Netherlands and take out the ICC, which is located in The Hague, which is a city in the Netherlands. And the Netherlands is also a NATO country, so I don't know how that works. When one NATO country attacks another, does that mean all the other ones get to go to war with the U.S.? The U.S. would be at war with countries like the UK and France, who are nuclear powers, as well as Turkey, who is also a very strong power. Yeah, that would be very bad. So I don't know if that's how it works. I would suspect that the Netherlands will do exactly what they did when the Z state attacked them, sent in their Mossad and their former soldiers, disguised as football or soccer fans. Yeah, we got a video about that. The prime minister just rolled over and said they were the victims, and he blamed his own country. Yeah, that's a different topic. So that's probably what would happen again. The Dutch prime minister will probably say, okay, invade my country. Just like Poland. Yeah, they've been begging the U.S. to build their military bases. The U.S. has just opened a military base about 160 kilometers from Russia inside of Poland. Yeah, the Russians are saying it could be a target if the war expands. Yeah, NATO's already at war with Russia. We've got videos that are talking about that. And the situation is very tense. It looks very bad. Yeah, Russia is mass producing their missile that they showed off the other day. The Oreshnik, the Hazel missile. It is a ballistic missile. Yes, it's a mid-range. It travels at the speed of Mach 10, 10 times faster than the speed of sound. So it would get from Russia to London in about 20 minutes. Hopefully it would not have a nuclear warhead on it. A nuclear war is a very big threat at the moment, especially with the continual poking of the bear. Don't poke the bear. I think every zoo has a sign that says don't touch the bears and don't poke the bears. And the US and Brussels and London and all these other Western cities. They are a bunch of zoos. Yeah, they're not reading these signs. Yep, the ice cream man in charge of America, Mr. Sleepy Joe Biden, is saying that he wants to give nukes to Ukraine. They are discussing it. I wonder what that will be. France has just said they're going to give more long-range missiles to Ukraine. I wonder what's going to happen next. It does not seem very good, and some of these missiles might come back. We have Russian politicians talking about hitting the bases of the collaborator countries, the countries that are attacking them. That is a natural reaction. I think it was Ramzan Kadyrov, who is leader of Chechnya. He is saying that they should attack back. He was not saying nuclear weapons, just conventional weapons or these hypersonic missiles, but saying they should attack back countries that are attacking them. That sounds pretty logical. I think he and his generals were also saying something about arming these H groups. Yeah, we talked about that in previous videos. Arm the H groups. They can hit the bases, and then Russia doesn't have to hit the bases themselves. They'll let the H groups knock out these East State, knock out these bases in the Middle East. Maybe they can hit some NATO bases. Yeah, it's not looking good. And my prediction is that Biden, probably close to the end of his term, he may agree to send a nuke over to Ukraine. I don't think Russia will be the first one to use a nuclear weapon, and I certainly don't think they would nuke Ukraine. They might send a nuclear weapon in response to somewhere like Washington or London or Brussels, Paris, some of these cities, but I don't think they're going to be the first one. I actually think it's going to be the Z State. They will be the first one. BB Nutty Head will push the button first. They've been talking about it for a while, hitting the nuclear sites in Iran, and Iran has not even responded back from their failed attack. We have a video about their previous attacks. You can go and watch them. Maybe Iran will hit first, but I don't think Iran has a nuke yet. It is likely that if the Z State continues to have problems, they're having lots of issues getting bombed, having issues with fighting these H groups. They are very good at killing women and children. They are very good at bombing hospitals, churches, and mosques, homes, and markets. And they're not so good at taking out the weapons of the H groups or the people they're fighting. They didn't do much to Iran either. They did kill a few people. Surprisingly, they only killed one civilian. Yeah, they are very good at killing Arab civilians, apparently. That's what they've been good at for a very long time. I think they will panic, especially with the ICC. Though I think it is impossible that BB Nutty Head or his partner in crime will be arrested. They may use the big red button to cause more havoc because they really want the land and they want the people on the land dead. Yeah, I think they may be the first one to really push the World War III button, but we will see. Ukraine might do it too. I think if Biden on the way out, hopefully the door hits him on the way out. The door should be very big. I don't know if he can get out because he can't walk very well, but hopefully he'll get out soon by January 20th, before I think he will send a nuke to Ukraine. So we will see what happens, but that is the latest provocation. NATO is having an emergency meeting. They opened a base right on the border, U.S. base. There's 10,000 troops stationed in Poland. Belarus feels very threatened, so does Russia, and it seems like there's not much diplomacy going on. China is telling them to cool down, telling both sides to cool down. I don't think anybody's going to listen to them. Yeah, that's what's happening now as we are getting closer and closer to the Doomsday. Yeah, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, help me out so more people can hear the news. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.